All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another Drink the Movies and Drink the Video Games Flaviar Advent Calendar tasting. I am Brian, and I am here with one last empty dram. So first, before we get into the 24th day, I want to say a special thank you to everyone who clicked on one of these YouTube videos along the month. These were really fun to do. It's kind of a departure, I guess, from what we normally do. Just using the podcast feed here on YouTube, basically just to have the podcast. So it was fun to get a little bit more content out there, change it up a little bit, and have something a little informal where I could just chat with you about drinks. So that's been a lot of fun. So thank you to everyone who's taken the time to watch any of these, all of these, liked them. If you've subscribed to the channel, dropped a like, a comment, let us know on social media, any of that stuff about these whiskeys. That's been amazing. So thank you so much for that. Second, hopefully you've all had a very good December out there, right? So whether you are marching towards Christmas, like I am, if you are just celebrating December or whatever you're celebrating, maybe tomorrow is just another Wednesday for you. And that's okay too, because there's going to be good whiskey along the way here as we go. So with that, let's get into it. We've got one more time for me to pull up this giant box. Still never really got the box. Look how big this box is. On a side note, there's it's too big for my shelf. I can't fit it on my shelf. But I was happy to hold it up. It is getting much lighter, which is nice. In a way, I guess it's nice for my arm and my shoulder. It's not nice for my wanting to drink more whiskey because we've only got one day left, which is sad. So here is the box. I'm going to open it up one last time for everyone, and we are all the way down to the way bottom, down here, right there, day number 24. So pretty monumental stuff. This has been amazing. Special shout to Michaela, my podcast co-host over on Drink the Movies, for hooking me up with this advent calendar, because this has been amazing. I've really loved doing it, and yeah, it's opened my eyes to a bunch of whiskeys I've never even heard of or thought of or thought could be good, or anything. Some of these I've seen at the liquor store from time to time and never would have picked up a bottle, or needed a little nudge to get me into that direction for sure. And we all definitely kind of fall into ruts when it comes to that sort of stuff. So it's been eye-opening in that sense. I've had a bunch of different stuff, right? We had a Japanese whiskey. We had a couple of Irish whiskeys. We had German whiskeys. So, we've had kind of things from all over. But the bulk of these, of course, have been from the United States. So let's go ahead and get into whiskey number 24, a product of the United States of America. And this one is 50% by volume, alcohol by volume. So we have one more of these. If I make it through pouring this, then I get an extra special gift in my stocking for not having wrecked my computer. So into the glass, half of that goes. Okay. Set that down. I'm going to put the cap back on this before we have any last minute accidents right there. And see what we have. Okay. That is a nice dark golden color. Not quite as dark as a couple of these we've had, but definitely on the darker side. You can see there, in contrast with the white back of this tasting itinerary there. Definitely like a maple syrupy kind of color. Dark gold, little beyond amber there. That is really, really lovely looking. When you think of a nice bourbon, that is the color at least I think of for sure. So let's give this a smell and see if there's anything we can pick out of this one. Oh, okay, straight off the bat, that is a ton of alcohol. Woo! Just went straight up the nose. Okay, definitely very hot. Kind of in the nose there. 50% ABV, so it's definitely not the highest of these that we've had, but on the higher side, I guess. Once you get you kind of climb above 50%, you're going to start getting a little bit of heat from the alcohol, and on the nose, that is straight off the bat what I get. Okay, and behind there though, there's some good stuff going on. There's some toffee. There is some kind of like a stone fruit kind of a thing, like a cherry, like a dried cherry kind of note in there. Little oak, quite a bit of oak actually. Yeah, oak, a little bit of cherry. A little leathery, almost, in a way. I think I said it a couple of days back, but when I think of like leather and tasting something in a wine or liquor or something like that, I think of like the way that like a new wallet smells. That's kind of what I use as my indicator there. And yeah, definitely getting some of that. Not getting... Usually if you have leather, you'll also get like the accompanying kind of note of like a tobacco. I don't really get that necessarily. A little bit of spice, a little bit of heat in there. Like I said, it's mostly alcohol heat. It's not super cinnamony on the nose. We'll see how it tastes here now that we've had a chance to do that, kind of aroma profile. Okay, yeah, quite a bit of heat there going down. Quite a bit of like alcohol burn. Some cinnamon notes kind of on the tongue. Kind of prickling away at your tongue. There's a cinnamon notes kind of do. Yeah, still quite a bit of that stone fruit, but a little bit more oak, a little bit more vanilla kind of, in the mouth on the actual taste. There, still picking up quite a bit of like that leather. That smells great. That smells great. All right, let's get right into it here. So we've got our tasting itinerary. Let's go ahead and flip it. We're flipping to the last page, which is sad, but that's okay. We'll persevere. All right, and this is one that I've had actually a couple of different varieties of this whiskey, but I've never had this particular one. So this is the Penelope Bourbon Toasted Barrel Finish from the USA, 50% ABV. Okay, so I've had a couple of the Penelope. I've had their, they do like a rosé cask. I've had that. And I've had, what do they call it? Like the Architect, I think it's the one that has like a blue label on it. I've had that one as well. And yeah, Penelope is a really nice whiskey out there. A little bit newer, I think, on the scene, at least here in our part of the world. So yeah, really good here to get a different variety of that. Let's take a look at the notes here. Caramel, oak, okay, kind of got those savory, vanilla, marshmallow. I didn't really taste too much marshmallow necessarily. Toasted, rich, warm, and sweet. Yeah, for sure. It is very rich. It is very warming. For sure, that's a little bit higher ABV there. Caramel and oak, definitely kind of picked those out. And savory, yeah, maybe I guess in a sense, I was identifying it a little bit more as leathery, but I suppose savory kind of works in that instance as well. Marshmallow, I don't know. Yeah, maybe, I guess. You get kind of those sweeter notes along with the toast, so that makes sense. You'd think of it like a toasted marshmallow, I suppose. So, all right, let's read about Penelope here. So, discover the delightful unpredictability of Penelope's Toasted series, where serendipity meets craftsmanship. That is like $1 million sentence right there. Each bottle of the unique straight bourbon whiskey undergoes full maturation in charred new American oak, followed by a finish process in freshly toasted barrels. Okay. This innovative approach brings out a variety of char and toast profiles, making every bottle a singular expression of Penelope bourbon. Okay, there you go. So you can pick this up. You can look at the lot numbers and stuff like that. I have no idea how much they make and distribute and things like that. So you might be on the same number for a long time, or it might, change up fairly regularly if you're at the liquor store, kind of once a month or every other month, something like that, picking stuff up. So, yeah, that is really good. You do definitely get a lot of that toast. That's coming through a lot more now on the nose, now that my palate's kind of been put through the ringer there on that 50% ABV. But that's really nice. Penelope is a really good one. Their price points I don't think are too bad, which is good. It's a very lovely looking bottle, so it'd be a perfect gift if you're running out. Right now, this is going out at 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve. If you have not gotten anything by now, you're probably too late. But you can definitely check this out, or maybe good for New Year's or after Christmas party, something like that. So that is the Penelope Toasted. Is that what it's called? Penelope Bourbon Toasted Barrel Finish. Okay, well there you go. So that is it. That is all the Flaviar things. They're all empty now, which is sad. I might have to refill them and then just kind of do this. I just have a dram a day. That works for me. But yeah, hopefully you've all enjoyed this. Hopefully you've had a nice December in the ways that you're celebrating or getting out. Hopefully you've been safe, had fun, had good cocktails, had good whiskeys, had good beers. I had good wines. I've probably had some of those myself. If you need any ideas for cocktails to have or recipes, anything like that, you can go to our website. It's www.drinkthemovies.com. We have recipes for basically every cocktail we've ever made for the whole history of the show, up to I think 197, depending on what day this comes out, episodes. So that's pretty exciting stuff. So you can go check that out. And yeah, it's a really fun way to get a new cocktail into your life. So yeah, enjoy that. Enjoy your Christmas tomorrow, if that's how you're celebrating. Have a good dram. Let me know down in the comments which one of these was your favorites, or what you're drinking. If you drink something special on Christmas Eve, for sure, let me know that. I drink a Chimay Blue, Belgian quadruple, or Belgian, dark strong ale there. That's what I have every Christmas Eve, so I'm going to be having one of those later today. But first, I'm going to finish this Penelope off, because it is quite lovely. So thank you so much for joining me. I definitely appreciate this. Hopefully we'll do more fun stuff on the YouTube channel soon. So subscribe, like, all that stuff. Hopefully we'll get more stuff coming your way. And check out To Drink the Video Games, their YouTube channel right there. I've got the video episodes of the podcast are up there, so you can go check that out too. So thank you so much for joining me. Cheers, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff, and we'll talk to you later.